Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Success Mentorship Call number 146. Wow. Success Mentorship Call number 146. Thank you so much for joining us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have an incredible topic today, and you know, our topic is based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, and if you don't have one, please get one. You know, it's now available at Walmart, and it's available on Barnes & Noble, and you can get it on our special website, www.12, the number 12, uls.com, and when you get it from us, you get a free ebook with it. Thank you for joining us on Instagram, on Facebook. Great. Our topic for today is an interesting one. It's called, It's Never Too Late to Make a New Start. And we picked that topic because where we are right now, at this time in the year, it's critical that we make certain decisions. There's a great quote that I love to set up and begin with, and it's Guy Finley. And he says, "Nothing in the universe can stop you from starting over." Let me say that again. Nothing in the universe can stop you from starting over. Wow. Let us just meditate on that for a minute. And it's time now for our morning meditation. Just as you're sitting right here in front of your computers, in front of your phones, just relax for a minute and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. Let it out slowly through your mouth. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it out slowly through your mouth. And affirm, I am at peace with myself. Together. I am at peace with myself. And as that peace sinks in, let us affirm, I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Together. I am open, receptive, and ready to learn. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. All right. I love it today. Thank you. Oh, wow. Lots of people joining us. Facebook and Instagram. You know, I want to look at this topic today because right now we've completed the first month of the new year. And at this very moment, it's important that we look at this topic now because what we do for the next year, for the next month, for month number 2, month number 3, month number 4, what we do for the next months can really reflect the pattern that we established this month. So the key transformational thought is, it is important what we're doing right now, today, what we do from this moment forward to reflect what we want to be, what we want to do, and to really give us the best opportunity to achieve our goals. I really want to put this in perspective because we often talk in, we'll call them great generalities. But it's important to understand that it's all about now. It's all about what we do right now. So I'm going to give you an example to show how important this month is and where you are this moment. For example, you know, we talked earlier in our sessions about setting goals. So we can talk about money goals, but the beauty of money goals is that they are specific. You know, we often say liars may figure, but figures don't lie. So money goals can give you a better, you might say, transformation of exactly what's going on. So let's give an example. Suppose your goal for this year was to save $4,800. You know, your long range goal is to buy a house, and you're going to need, let's just say, a $20,000 down payment, and you say, hey, if we save $4,800 a year, we'll be there very close in 4 years. So this year is critical to that big dream that you have. So if we look at our goals, so $4,800 for this year, okay? So if we break that down into 12 months, then that means that each month we must save $400. If we look at the first month we must save $400. There are 4 weeks in the first month. If we break that down now, so that's $100 a week. There are 7 days in each week, but let's say we work 5 days, and so that works out to be $20 a day. And so when we started out this goal this year to accomplish our full year goal of saving $4,800, all we really had to do each day was save $20. But guess what? If we fail to do that, so that at the end of the first week of this first month we've saved nothing, then that means to accomplish our goal now we have to save $134 a week for the next 3 weeks. If we fail that second week, so now we have 2 weeks left, so now we have to save $200 a week for the next 2 weeks. If we fail that third week, then the last week we have to save $400 in 1 week. Generate and save. Now, I put this example there because as you see, as you fail to accomplish each daily goal, then you fail to accomplish each weekly goal, then you fail to accomplish each monthly goal. So right now we're at the beginning of the year, we're completing the first month. Suppose that was your goal and you had not done anything this first month of the year. Like so many things came upon you, so many interruptions, so many unexpected events. And it happens. But the bottom line is you didn't do it. So now you have 11 months left to accomplish your year goal. So now instead of $400 a month, you've got to save $436 a month. Mm-hmm. So we say what we do this day right here, this idea of it's never too late to make a new start. So at this moment, the end of this first month, you make a decision, I'm going to do whatever it takes now to achieve my monthly goal of $4,800. Then that means now you have to save $436 a month, a little harder than the first month, which means you got to up your game. If you fail to accomplish the second month, then now you have 10 months left. Now you got to save $480 a month. The point I'm making is this. If you don't get a handle on the nowness, what you do today, what you do this week, what you do this month, then your goals will slip away. So today, we're getting ready to close out this month and start the new month. And so what are the steps to take to put you back on track, to help you achieve those annual goals that you set out to accomplish, so that now you can do it? It's done. Okay? Think about this. Step 1 is to review your goals. Review your monthly goals. At the beginning of this month, what were the goals that you wrote down that you wanted to accomplish? Review your goals for this month and your annual goals. Oh, wait a minute. You didn't write your goals down? You can't find them? That's the problem. So now, folks, I hope this gives you an absolute understanding of the importance of writing your goals down. If you don't write them down, then you cannot, you will not. It is impossible to do this review of the goals because they don't exist. So if you have not written your goals down, okay, we've ended this first month. If you've not written your goals down, then do it now. Stop. When we finish this broadcast, get down and say, let me look at my annual goals. If you don't have any annual goals, it's time to do them now. If you don't have your goals and you're not clear, that's an absolute reason why you need to get our book and read the whole chapter on goal setting. You need to get the 12 universal laws. Go to www.12uls and send it to me right away. Because if you don't set your goals, and if your goals are not smart, specific, measurable, set in advance, realistic based on where you are, and cover a certain time period, it's not going to happen. So that's step one, is to review your goals, look at your goals, remind yourself of your goals, and if you haven't put them down, put them down. Step two, assess your results for this first month. We're at the last Saturday of the month, basically the last day of the month. Assess your results. Operative word, results. You see, it's easier to assess activity. You can say, I did this, I did that, I tried the other, I tried to hear this, I tried to hear that. But it's results that make the difference. When we talk about our example, we can get to the end of the month and we can say, man, I really tried hard to save $400. I did everything I could. I did this, I did that, I did the other. But the bottom line was I didn't save a dime. So assess your results. And to do this, I love to use the Ben Franklin method. And what Ben Franklin would do, he would take a piece of paper and he'd draw a line, a vertical line, and then a horizontal line about a quarter of a way down the page. So it looks like a cross. And on the left side, you write victories. And the victories are the things that you accomplished, the results that you got, that you desired. You see, we always get results in life. We live on a river of time, so we're always moving. So we're going to always get results. The idea of success is, are these the results that you want? So on the left hand, put victories, all of the results that you achieve, and then on the right side, put lessons. It's a key point to look at this whole success journey. You know, we say success is a continuous realization of your worthwhile purpose. And so whenever you have an apparent failure or an apparent situation where something did not work, it's okay. Look at it as a lesson. So as we go through our success journey, there are only two things. We either have victories or lessons. We either get the results we desired or learn what to do, what not to do, or what we have to do. Victories and lessons. So when we do this assessment, you write down all the things that you accomplished this month. And listen, take the time to do it. I guarantee you did a lot more positive things this month than you think about off the top of your head. We all have a tendency to focus on what did not work. But if we think about what did work and focus on that, then the key point is that what we will have is our actual performance for the year. Look at the little things. Look at the big things. But write down each and every victory that you had. Victory in terms of your excuse me, victory in terms of your personal goals. Victory in terms of your spiritual goals. Victories in terms of your family. Victories in terms of your job. Maybe you got that promotion. Maybe you just were not one of the ones they let go. Victory in terms of your finances. Victory in terms of your relationships. There are other areas, but look at those victories and write them on that left side of the page. And then, on the right side, write down your lessons. Everything that did not work. Oh, folks, let me tell you. It's hard to face the facts, but if you don't face the facts, they'll come back and bite you. So, when you list your lessons, all those things that did not work, everything that others might call a failure. You know, one of the things I find about people is they are very insightful on telling you the things you did not accomplish. They're very creative on telling you about the things you can't do and the shortcomings that you have sometimes. So when you write down that list of the lessons that you learned, you can now look at that list and make a decision. If you have more victories than lessons, you know, if you have really been on the track this month, you wrote your goals, you worked at it on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis, and you got most of the results you set out to do. If you have more victories than lessons, then you just make some minor adjustments. You don't have to do anything serious. Whatever you're doing is clearly working. You know, it's like when your success GPS is working, when you're in your car and your GPS and you're going in the right direction, it's very easy for the GPS to just be quiet. Everything is good. If you make a little wrong turn, it may say, oops, make a right, make a U-turn, get back on track. You make that U-turn, you're still good to go. And so when you begin to really look at this assessment, it's important to lay it out specifically. More victories than lessons, make these minor adjustments, and we're good to go. But if you have more lessons than victories, that's why this process at this time is so important. If you have more lessons than victories at the end of this first month, you don't want to set that rhythm, that foundation for the future. And so if you look at that now and you say, man, I got a lot of lessons. None of the things I attempted to do worked. I didn't hit my monetary, my financial goals. I didn't get my paperwork in for this. I didn't. In other words, once you look at all those lessons and you see there are a lot of them, then you say, aha, I need to make a major change. We call it a major adjustment. Maybe I need to make a checkup from the neck up and from the heart down. Maybe I need to look at my thoughts and my feelings about myself. So once you've made this assessment, then step 3 is to address the findings of your assessment. You say, well, how do I do that, Doc? When you look at each one of your shortcomings, each one of your lessons, you have to ask yourself the question, what thoughts, what emotions, what habits, what relationships brought me to where I am right now? Okay? What happened? What thoughts did I have that made me not set aside that money each week? Mm-hmm. What emotions I have that I just ignored my lack of performance? What habits did I have? Maybe I just didn't do what I had to do. You know, I was supposed to go and find this part-time job, but it was cold. Nobody wants to go out in the cold and look for a job. Maybe I let people talk me out of my goals. But this assessment phase is critical. There are 4 areas that you want to look at in your assessment process. I'm sorry, in your address. Wow. My goodness. Water's good. There are 4 areas you want to look at in this addressing process. How do you address the results that you have gotten in this first month? And then what are you going to do about it? So in this assessment process, look at these 4 areas. Number 1, the thoughts. What thoughts have you permitted to come into your life that created the results that you're experiencing right now? Maybe you had thoughts of limitation. Maybe along the way you set a goal for yourself and then you decided in your thinking that you couldn't do it. Maybe you said, oh, you know what, I know I said I want to write a book, but you know, when you really think about it, I don't have a degree. You know, all these guys that write books are experts at something or another, and I know I wrote that as a goal, but, you know, I really can't do that. So maybe there are some limiting thoughts that you permit. You see, one of the values of the 12 universal laws of success, we look at the 10th law of success, the law of supply. And it says that Everything you need to get anything you want, you already have. There's always enough of whatever you need to get whatever you want. And so maybe it's a thought of lack and limitation that was pushing out those good thoughts that you had. So when we start to address our results, what thoughts did I have that brought me to this point? Ask, what emotions, what feelings do I have that have brought me to this point? You know, we can set goals for ourselves, but inside we may not feel worthy of those goals. You know, many times we say we want to be things, we say we want to do things, but inside, because of whatever, you know, many of us have had childhoods or early life experiences where it hurt, where it was critical, where the people around us didn't love us. So, what emotions created the results you're getting right now? Was it fear of failure? Maybe you didn't go for that job because you thought you didn't have enough degrees and you didn't have enough experience, and so therefore, even though you're really good at it, you didn't make it. You didn't put the application in. You know? Maybe it was fear of criticism. You know, many times when you stand out on that line. Kenya, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Great, I love your Instagram page, Kenya Crooks. Kenya Crooks. That sometimes when we look at the emotions that stop us, fear of criticism, you know, that can be like a jail cell to keep you from achieving the greatness that's within you. If you're not being criticized, you probably aren't doing anything. Okay? If you're being criticized and people are saying negative things about you, chances are you're moving in the right direction. But maybe that fear of criticism was like a jail cell and kept you from really operating flat out. You know, so many times that fear of criticism is like a chain around our legs. We don't want to say too much because somebody might criticize. Maybe it was the fear of change. You know, many times we can set a goal in our minds, but in our hearts, in our feeling nature, we are very comfortable with where we really are. You know, one of the things I notice about network marketing and really business, entrepreneurship of any kind, is you'll have people around you talking about how they want to do this, they get a Rolls Royce, they want to travel to exotic places, and they'll say all these things, and you'll say, yeah, me too, yeah. And you'll say the words and think the words, but in your feeling nature, it's like, hey man, I'm really comfortable right here on the porch. I got a great rocking chair, it's got pads in it and everything. I don't want to go anywhere. So your feelings may undermine you. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of success, fear of change. Look at your habits. So the question is, what fears, what emotions have brought you to this point and given the results that you've gotten right now at this point in your life? Look at your habits. Address your results through your habits. What habits have you demonstrated that have brought about the results that you're having right now? Maybe you have the habit of disorganization. You know, many times we can have good intentions to do things, to be things, to accomplish things, but we're so doggone disorganized that we spend all of our energy looking for stuff. And I'm going to sometimes I've signed up for that course. Sometimes our habit may be procrastination, and you know, habits, these four areas interchange a bit. Sometimes you procrastinate because you're afraid of failure. Sometimes you procrastinate because you're afraid of criticism. So that procrastination can undermine you to such an extent that your dreams literally slip away. So what habits do you have that have brought you to this point that we are addressing right now? What associations? What relationships have helped you get to this point this month, this day, as you're closing out the first month of the first year. Maybe you've been hanging out with the wrong people. Maybe you have permitted the wrong people to come into your life and get in your ear and start telling you all the things that will not work, that cannot work, start telling you negative things. Maybe you've let people just interrupt your flow, distractions and interruptions. Maybe you've let people come into your life who don't honor you, who don't uplift you, who don't love you, who really are jealous of you. You know, sometimes we permit jealous people to come into our lives. People who don't have our best interests at heart, but who come around and who may say good things about us. They're like that scripture talks about people who act like lambs, but inside they are like wolves, ravenous wolves inside. They come into your space smiling and undermining you. You know, relationships are so powerful. Relationships can be the wind beneath your wings, or the rocks within your shoes. I'll say that again. Relationships can be the wind beneath your wings, or the rocks within your shoes. So when we start to address the results that we've gotten this year, we do it in terms of our thinking, in terms of our emotions, in terms of our habits, in terms of our relationships. So what is step 4? Step 4 is recalibrate. You see, in the Success GPS, once you have realized where you are, you've gone off the path. Your car GPS, when you go up, make a wrong turn, it says recalibrating. And so now that you have assessed and addressed your results that you got this last month, you must recalibrate. It may mean to update your goals. Now, if you didn't write them down, this is a great time. If you don't do it now, if you have not written your goals, if you're not reading them over 2 or 3 times a day, if you're not thinking about them all throughout your day and then the night before you go to bed, if you're not laying down thinking about your goals just before you drift off to sleep, chances are they ain't happening. And so, update your goals. Yeah. If you haven't written them, write them down. Now you have 1 month is down. You got 11 months more to make this year your year for success. So now you recalibrate. So you didn't save the $400 this month, but now you can go on and save that $436. You can commit to it. You can lay out a plan. So you want to update your goals. You want to write your new plans. Once you've recalibrated and written your new plans, you have everything right there now in front of you to transform your life from what it is to what you want it to be. Hey, Jordan, how are you? So this recalibration process, as you write it down, make the adjustments, you want to recalibrate and come out with a written plan that is so specific that you can't go astray. If you start each day wondering what you're going to do, you've already lost. Okay? And so, step 4 to recalibrate, laying out the new plans, the new goals, the new adjustments, and then finally step 5 is to actually write action plans based on daily activity. Make new action plans based on daily activity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for loving us. This is that key, folks. When you make these new action plans for daily activity, what you're saying now is, okay, this month is gone. I can't change it. But as Guy Finley said, nothing in the universe can stop you from letting go and starting over. So whatever you didn't do this month, hey, it's done. It's done. It's behind you. It's a big old lesson. Lesson in capital letters. But now You're ready to go forth. So you can make a new action plan based on daily activity. Daily activity. Because what we always find is what did you do today? What do you do right now that makes the difference? So, it's never too late to make a new start. All of us together today as we close out this first month of the year, let's look at the 5 steps that can help us make this new start and make next month our month for outrageous success. Make this year our year for outrageous success. So step 1, to review your monthly and annual goals. If you haven't written them down, to write them down now in those goal areas. Step 2, assess the results that you've gotten this last month. The activity is important, but the results, the bottom line, what did you actually accomplish this month? Lay out your victories, lay out your lessons. Step 3, address the findings of your assessment in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your habits, in your associations. What changes must you make in your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and your associations so that you get a different result this month coming up? Step 4, recalibrate. Update your goals. Update your plans. Update your habits. Update your relationships. There's some people you need to get rid of. If they're family, you maybe just have to limit their access. And then finally, step 5, to make new action plans based on daily activities. Then when you can follow these 5 steps right now, then you now set yourself up to approach the second month of the year in such a fashion that when we get to the end of month number 2, we're going to have a different conversation. You're going to be patting yourself on the back saying, man, how sweet it is. I'll tell you something, folks. Thank you so much, Kenya, for joining our Success Mentorship Network. We appreciate you. So as we close, when we follow these 5 steps, we put ourselves in a situation that we can truly be what we want to be. We have the process to do that. We can truly do whatever we want to do. We have the process to do that. And we can go wherever we want to go in our lives. We have the process to do that. You see, once you have a vision, and once you write that vision, and once you follow these 5 steps, to revise, to update, to recalculate, to recalibrate, to make new plans, and to take definite daily action, nothing is impossible. And truly, this is your year for outrageous success, because the best is yet to come. Wow. And so it is. Oh, thank you so much, all of you who have joined us. We really appreciate you. We know that we're closing out this first month, and we can bow down and we can tighten up, and we can make this year our year for outrageous success. So let's remember some action steps. Number 1, be sure to get your copy of the 12 Universal Laws of Success. Be sure to get it. You can get the autographed copy along with the audio book at our website, www.12, that's the number 12uls.com. And I'll be happy to write a great message to you. Number 2, as Kenya was sharing, join the Success Mentorship Network. Oh, there's so many positive people just like yourself who, when we cling together, we can do great things each day, each week, each year. And the Success Mentorship Network is a Patreon membership site, www.patreon.com/Success Mentorship Network. So once again, thank you so much for being here. Today is a great day for living, sharing, and being alive, and the best is yet to come. And So it is.